And if you do, you gotta love this guy. Chief Osceola rode in on Renegade. It's not a Florida State home game, but it has some of the trappings that have the crowd edge. About a 3.5-hour drive away from the Seminoles' home. To Holly. Opening game mistakes. Both coaches expect their team to cut down on it. FSU to kick the ball away. Ryan Fitzgerald to boot it. Aaron Anderson, the speedster freshman from New Orleans, is deep for the Bayou Bengals. And Fitzgerald drives it to the end zone, and LSU will start from every 130 pass attempts last season. Play action on first down. Flipped out of the backfield, and the catch is made, and running free is Trey Bradford. Huge gain, still rolling down near the 20-yard line. Denbrock drew up a good one to start this right away. They're in the red zone. Daniels on the move, flips it short to Taylor, and the tight end makes a man miss and bangs down inside the 5-yard line.
Throw an easy read again for Daniels.
First and goal, a minute in. Handoff inside to Bradford, a guy who was not expected to be a huge part of the running back.
Kane, the transfer from Penn State, with Logan Diggs out. They're going to rely on Trey Bradford, who started at LSU, went to Oklahoma, came back, and you can see how fast he is out in space.
This is Josh Williams, the 200-pounder in the game now. Keeper Daniels makes the cut. He is wrapped up immediately on the edge by Patrick Payton. No gain, and it's third and goal. A flag comes out on the tackle. Did they get over aggressive?
Well, that whistle blew, and they took him all the way to the ground right in front of the official. The head referee throws the flag.
Derek Anderson in charge of a Big 12 crew. Same conference that worked last year's matchup in New Orleans.
A lot of emotion out there early in this game. Payton makes a great play. Did not stop.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 11, defense. After this,
It was just so late they had to make that call.
Power formation. Was there a flinch before the snap? Couldn't tell. There is no... Daniels surveying. Play clock down to 7. He's got to hurry here. Still motioning as it's 3, 2. Does he see it? I don't know if he got it off. Throw in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Daniels that time usually throws that fade pretty well. He just threw it too flat.
Neighbors by far the top receiver on this team last season. Empty backfield. It's Williams motioning now from the slot. Big play early on. Can the Noles make a stand here and force a field goal attempt? Daniels has time in the pocket, delivers into the end zone. Catch made, but out of bounds. It was Neighbors to go for it. Marched right down the field, but it has been tough to get the last couple of yards. Neighbors comes in motion, 3 receivers to the right now. Williams is the back. Time running down, and they'll have to spend one. 4th down from the 2-yard line. Daniels scanning, now trying to create. He'll be dropped back at the 15. The sack is made by D.J. Lundy. And the Noles make a tremendous stand. It was 1st and goal at the 2. They went backwards from there.
6 plays inside the 5-yard line. They bring the blitz. Adam Fuller says, you know what? We're going to be aggressive. Watch this job of coming after him. Josh Williams steps up to account for it. He goes right over top of him and then gets up off the ground, shows you the athletic ability and the desire to come up with that sack at a critical moment here early in this game. Great play by Lundy.
He's an amazing athlete. You'll see him at fullback on offense, blocking, running, and even catching the football occasionally. This time, the sack keeps us scoreless here. What a stand after the Bayou Bengals came out throwing haymakers in the first couple plays. Jordan Travis, in his first play of the season, zips it short, and the catch is made by Jaheim Bell. the do everything.
To me, I think it's his composure that goes along with his ability to make quick plays and also be able to improvise.
On the run, where he's so dangerous. Zips it high.
About what a difference these two have made with the potential, what this offensive production can be.
So the most experienced offensive line in college football. 214 combined starts, by far the most. Who's going to win the battle up front? Here's a first clue here on 3rd and 5. Toafili is the back. LSU just rushes 3 and drops a bunch of guys into coverage, and he squeezes the ball into Johnny Wilson. The guy with a big wingspan, a red zone weapon, goes down low and makes a tough catch.
But it goes in motion, creates man, finds a nice throwing lane. Good job. Usually the 6'7" guy, you think it's down.
Coleman comes across the formation, and they hand it off inside. Hard yards in there tonight.
On the football, they want to be able to get your safeties down and run support, create the one-on-ones, and then attack downfield.
Travis, as you said, it's second nature. He knows so much about this offense. Very calm back there. They pick up the pressure, and again, finds Wilson in space, and that's
For his creativity, but he sits in that pocket when it's there and makes good decisions, quick decisions, and gets the ball out.
They fake it to Benson. He wants to take a downfield shot. Sets up, and it's Coleman, but he was inaccurate. There's a flag down. Might have been an offensive pass interference.
Florida State, okay.
Pass interference, number 14, offense. 15-yard penalty, replay first down.
Wilson, was he trying to clear out down there some space for his buddy?
Yeah, I didn't see Johnny Wilson deliberately run into the defender. Like you said, he's trying to block. He thought that ball maybe was already out. I saw the reaction on the backside. Watch this, he runs right through him right there. I saw the defender grab on, but I did not see the initial contact that Wilson created.
Offensive pass interference is one of the most damaging penalties in the sport. 15 yards. It's usually a drive killer. 1st and 25 now. Benson follows some blockers, and Trey Benson, one of the toughest guys to tackle, one of the best in the country, Kurt, at yards after contact a year ago.
Well, and it's because of that lower body. He's one of the more physical backs in the ACC, and that time he had some great blocks up front. It's a veteran offensive line.
They got 11 on the first down run, so 2nd and 14. Benson moves to the slot. Travis escaping, trying to create, flips it downfield, and going up to try to make a leaping. In this game a year ago, he played only on special teams and actually had a bad penalty. He blossomed into one of the SEC's most feared defenders. 3rd and 14. Play clock at 2. Travis flushed. Looking for help. Delivers underneath. It's Wilson again. And Wilson has now made 3 catches, all of them for first downs, to the LSU 40.
Well, this time you wondered where they would put Perkins. They spy him. He's not going to bring him here on 3rd down. They're going to spy with him. So he's got to try to keep that quarterback. Problem is he commits too far, lets Jordan Travis create, and then they find the open man for that first down. They're all the way back to 1st and 25. You said potential drive killer, and they get the first.
Travis has been dialed in on 3rd down tonight. There's a slant on 1st down. Catch made by Coleman. Deion Coleman, his first touchdown as a Seminole. Strike. What a sequence for FSU. The goal line stand, and they score in their first possession.
Yeah, Florida State fans, this is what you wanted to see. Keon Coleman, the big receiver from Michigan State, 6'4", 215, getting isolated one-on-one, A heck of a throw right in front of him to give him a chance to make a play after the catch. You can see how nifty he is, even at 6'4", makes the safety miss, walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Ryan Fitzgerald for the PAT. Florida State got kind of a silver medal out of high school. He chose Michigan State because of the turmoil in Tallahassee, but when things had settled down, he came to Mike Norvell, and he makes an instant impact. Florida State, first blood, midway first. Awesome to do exactly that, a contender. 86-yard drive in 9 plays after the 4th down stop of the Seminole defense.
Right, we knew they had a good team, and of course, the others. I think you got 7 teams right now that are legit.
Yeah, 5 in the top 8 teams. We saw Utah beat the Gators on Thursday, undefeated so far. Daniels escapes, makes a cut, and somehow eludes traffic. Looked like he was going to get knocked down.
You're going fast here.
Daniels gets it off just before he's hit, and the catch is made there by Brian Thomas.
Space. Let him make quick reads, and either has the option to make a good throw, or with all that space, he can take off and run.
Noah Kane, the former Nittany Lion, is in the backfield now. Gets the football and runs right into a Garnet wall. Nothing for the State. Tatum Bethune comes over from UCF. He's been a stalwart leader of that defense.
Fisk a monster in there in the middle.
And off inside again. They're trying to be...
I think where they are right now at the line of scrimmage, that makes them a real threat as a defense.
Knowles rotate in their pass rush package on 3rd and 7. Daniels against the 4-man rush, does have time, gets the ball out, and the catch is made. First down across midfield to Malik Neighbors.
Where they are now, all those reps, the time that Jaden Daniels has had to work with Malik Neighbors, you can see there on a 3rd down, that timing was perfect.
Josh Williams, he took a look at the back and then sprints up the middle, and Daniels knifes into the... Given half a chance could be a game wrecker for the Seminoles. Number 5. He was a monster a year ago in this game. Daniels calmly in the pocket and delivers a poor throw over. Two-by-two look. Bradford is the back. Daniels looks and finds a receiver on the edge, and that's Kyron Lacey. And Lacey weaves his way down near the goal line. Stopped just short. Dynamic with the football. Made that a much bigger play than it looked like it was going to be. Slipped the tackle.
Showed great balance, and what a throw there by Daniels. And the effort here by Lacey. Gets the hand down. Jarian Jones trying to bring him down. That heel stays up.
Knowles' defense wasn't set. They play fast and score. Trey Bradford barrels in. And the only 2 blocks he had all year came against Florida State. So nothing is automatic, but this one is up and good. This team's endured in training camp. This is almost like Arctic conditions, right?
That's what they were telling us down on the field before the game. They said, thanks for bringing the cold front in. Meanwhile, I'm sweating.
Kickoff driven to the end zone. Impressive opening drive. Mike Norvell.
We've been playing a lot from the pocket, a lot of in-breaking routes, slants, digs, crossing routes.
Delay, and it's zipped and it's dropped out there. That's
to hit him in Major Burns.
Travis scans and rolls and flips it short. That's Benson out of the backfield, who was spun down at the 33 after a...
So they catch a break there.
Keeper. And Travis lowers the shoulder, but he didn't get there. Work last year. Knowles was so effective, they didn't have to punt it too often. Gregory Clayton is back to field it for the Bayou Bengals, and it's driven deep by Mastromano, the Aussie. Risky overhead catch by...
Really went on to turn things around, and have a heck of a year, 2022. A lot of people excited what he's going to do this year.
Daniels across the middle, and a flag comes out. It was Neighbors running a route and defended by Green.
He looked like he got a hold of maybe that left arm. Right in there.
Pass interference. Number 8, defense. Ball replaced at the spot of the foul.
The end zone. That's going to be a good matchup, 8-on-8.
Green, the senior from right here in Orlando. Big night for him. Throw it to the sidelines. Aaron Anderson is a speedster, a very small guy to New Orleans. They knocked him down. LSU wants a fit.
They have offsetting.
There's only one foul on the play.
Okay.
There's no foul for offensive holding.
Wow.
After the play, personal foul, late hit out of bounds. Number 3 of the defense. 15 yards added to the end of the play. First down.
And he's got a great NAS name to play for Florida State. But that is a costly penalty. He's going to move the football.
Yeah. Brian Thomas, to me, when you saw him working outside, just trying to pick up a block, I think when the ball bounced outside of him, potential hold right there. Got to hold it.
Go.
Yeah, they let that one go, but then he gets hit out of bounds right here.
Them picking that flag up.
Well,
But
it would have been offsetting if they called it.
Well, you would have had a live ball foul and a dead ball foul, so you would have enforced both.
Ball near midfield. Daniels looking to throw on first down. Checks it down, and Lacey, this time he cannot escape the tackle.
Man-to-man, you can see after that play, defender had a few words towards that LSU bench. Grady Vance looking over at Brian Kelly had a few words for him.
Brian Kelly's not afraid to give it back. Vance is a Louisiana guy, so you know he's going to be keyed up playing LSU. The Louisville transfer. Daniels throws across the middle, and that's Brian Thomas, and he spins free. Not great tackling so far by the secondary of the Noles tonight, and now another flag comes out.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 54 defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And they got Byron. The Seminoles in this series have just given LSU quick scoring position. 30 yards and penalties. They've gained 33 with the offense. Play clock at 5. Daniels still has it. Still has it. Tries to jump over people and gets absolutely hammered to the ground. Met in midair by Bethune, who just drove him down. Maybe not do that as a quarterback in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I know he's an athletic guy. It's the last thing you want to do is go airborne right into the middle of that defense, right into the arms of the middle linebacker. He times it up perfectly and gets a great hit. A freebie on Jaden Daniels.
Bill Amanye waving off. Any talk of a targeting there?
Well, he's a runner, so he's not defenseless, and there was no crown of the helmet with a launch into his head. So it's good no call.
Seconds running down in this eventful first quarter. See if they get the playoff. Just Daniels for the end zone. Looping throw. Incomplete. No chance to make a play. Double.
Norvell is not happy about that.
3 Kirk on this drive. Williams has it in the hole, and they run for it and almost get it. Did he get knocked down short? Braden Fisk right near the marker. Where will they spot it? The sack by Lundy that snuffed out the first threat. 2 tight ends to the left. Instead, it's Daniels with a keeper, and they swarm him. Another 4th down stop by the Seminoles. Shaheem Brown made the tackle. They were ready for the keeper.
No doubt about it. And again, they have prepared all summer, concerned about the quarterback's ability right here to get to the outside, and watch Florida State's defense doing a really good job having awareness. Tight end Taylor comes around, but nobody is there on the outside to be able to deal with that extra man. The safety had walked himself up. Shaheem Brown, 38 off the edge. See that? Nobody there. He had the option, if he had time, to throw it out into the flat. But by the time he wanted to throw it to Taylor, that defense had him down.
Looked like that might be a self-destructive drive for the Noles defense. Those 3 penalties set up LSU, but another 4th down stop. They'll take over about the same position they did after stopping the Tigers in the first quarter at the 15. Benson from the pistol. They fake it to him. Daniels is clobbered, just gets the ball out, and the catch is made by Kyle Moore.
But you shows you there how quick he is in the middle.
Big fella wearing number 18, and that means a lot at LSU. Benson knocked down.
A great former player for these LSU Tigers. That's every time he gets a chance, he's here.
3rd and 5. Coleman motions out to the right. Travis scanning, flips it up underneath, and the catch is made by Toafili, who snuck out of the backfield in traffic and gets a 1st down catch.
You better get after him. This offensive line does a good job, and they do such a good job, it becomes backyard football. I mean, instead of taking off, he gives you the threat, kind of froze Harold's throw.
If you're an opposing quarterback, you're happy to see number 4 in coverage where he's just average. Getting after the passer, he's all world.
Yeah.
Tom Toafili takes the handoff and
bend, so he's learning how to play that position. They'll still put him down on 3rd downs when they can.
Yeah, he is incredibly efficient. He didn't have a whole huge number of pass rush snaps last year, but he made an impact a lot of the time. 2nd down run. Ben gets about it.
That inside run.
House wants improvement on the 3rd down defense this year. They were 39% last year. Not bad, but that didn't meet his standard. Coleman motions across. Travis. Oh, another drop. Oh, my God.
Interior there, he's taking his eyes off the ball, maybe worrying about getting hit. Another critical drop. Hands kind of seem to be a little bit backwards there, trying to make that catch.
So the drop is a drive killer, and Mastromano hits it high. And coming up to make a fair catch, another muff. A scramble for the football. The Florida State team has it. LSU thinking, oh no, not again. It's recovered by Azaria Thomas. But that time, it was Anderson. Trouble feeling the punt. Wow.
Chris, you wonder if LSU talked at all about, hey, last year, the special teams issues. You talk about something to a point where it can become something you start to mentally worry about. I know the fans and the media know all about it, but internally, I'm sure Brian Kelly's trying to put that behind them. But LSU, the miscues from a year ago come back to haunt them here and give Florida State great field position.
Remember you talked about Gregory Clayton the last time making a very risky catch down inside the 10. They took him off and put in Anderson, who also handles the kickoff returns. And that muff sets up Travis at the 22. Travis had to pump fake, throws it into traffic, and gives it right back to LSU. Poor decision, and Deuce Chestnut, the Syracuse transfer, made him pay. Denver Harris is still trying to figure some things out. He was expected to contribute as well. He's not with the team. So back-to-back turnovers, and the Tigers have it at the 26. Daniels zips it short, and Kyron Lacey couldn't come up with it. Trying to calm the tempo down a little bit as they're doing here. Do you expect them to crank it throughout the night?
I think it'll be a mix. I think it'll be depending on where they are in the field and how the game's going, the flow of the game.
Daniels still's got it on the edge. He's got a blocker. He's got space, and that's just...
Once he gets outside.
Daniels with the most productive passing first quarter he's ever had in his career, 151 yards. He's also been able to run for 13 yards. That time it's batted up and falls to the turf, but he's long. Miami native, Miami Northwestern, a great high school program. Jay Bramlett to punt it. Not particularly good. It's going to bounce and get a nice LSU roll. And it's Coleman, who did not come up and field it. He was not a punt returner at Michigan State. He's new to the role. And
Over with the referee.
that's awesome.
Great.
Harold Perkins, by the way, in the opinion of this officiating crew, touched that punt. Keep an eye on right there. Did it touch his leg? And they spotted the ball down through 8, calling it dead there. I don't know that it's super clear that it hit him in the leg, but it's the difference between the 1 yard.
You started to reference that. There's a really good shot there. The first shot, you're right, you really couldn't tell. That one you can tell. Great job by the guys upstairs calling that down. And if you're an LSU fan, it's a huge deal to put this Florida State offense now inside the 1 yard line.
Perkins just kind of galloping around. They haven't had much success interior running game so far. Benson gets about a yard. Wearing number 18 for the first time. Quick story on how meaningful that is, by the way. Toafili blocking, and Travis gets the ball out quickly. You know, Howie Roseman, the GM of the Eagles, said that they actually are on 3rd and 4. Jaheim Bell, slot left. They haven't involved him since the opening play, and one of those pre-snap delay a game. They didn't get it off quite in time.
They got the timeout, I think.
Did they?
Yeah, Mike Norvell from the sideline.
Off the timeout. Some time to think about this 3rd and 4. Empty backfield. LSU crowding the line. Will they back out? Yep, they rush 4. Travis from the end zone. Pocket collapsing. He just lofts it into the air. And Mr. Mono from his end zone boots it. Clayton back returning punts. Territory, but just the 1 touchdown. Now they take over near midfield. And he escapes. And Daniels right down the middle of the field. Makes a man miss. It is finally dragged down at the 11. He's electrifying.
Watch the right guard here, Miles Frazier. Good job here being able to come up, help out, get up to that second level. He cuts right behind that. Really good natural feel there by Jaden Daniels. You can see what he could do in the open field.
More rushing yards than any FBS quarterback a year ago, almost 900. 40 more in that play.
See how it plays out here.
First down markers at the 1. 2nd and 3. Kane is in the game. Straight keeper. Daniels fights down near the goal.
On his legs, but good to see him up. They get that first down, and instead of running the backs, they run the quarterback. Get that extra blocker.
This time they hand it to Kane, and he's hit immediately. And once again, that Seminole defense stout on short yard.
Filling this defensive line, submarining, eating up those offensive linemen, free those backers to get downhill.
Kane again. This time he dives into the end zone, and LSU takes the lead. Making use of that great field position, 50 yards in 4 quick plays. In short yardage situation, scored 10 touchdowns a year ago. And LSU with 6:02.
In Alabama, Coach Sark going to join us at the half. Chris, back to you.
Boots it away. And Travis a little rattled, Kirk. 3 for 6, 16 yards and an interception in that second quarter after a very efficient start to this game. Pressure off the edge, and the completion hit behind the line over there is called.
Florida State only 2.
Behind the 6 on 2nd down. Travis has time now. Chooses to use his legs. He's got good speed too. Slides.
Too.
Ashton Stamps, a true freshman corner, is in for Chestnut on this 3rd and 6. LSU backs out. Now late pressure off the edge. It's picked up. And a dart across the middle. And that time, big fella makes the catch. And Wilson dragging folks into LSU territory.
A good throw.
Here's a flag pre-snap. They go back to Wilson, whose 2 drops have been part of FSU's offensive drop-off.
Number 53, offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
5 yards back with the center flinching there. Now it's 1st and 15.
Travis flushed again. Runs to his left, makes a throw across his body, and that's another drop to run. Rodney Hill rotates in a tailback on 2nd and 15. They fake it to him. Travis gets around the corner and will just dart out of bounds after a short gain. No one open there. Chestnut forced him out. 3rd and long.
You know, those receivers enforcing him to run.
Need 12 on 3rd down. LSU rushing only 3, playing coverage. Travis has plenty of time and delivers a shot in the middle to Winston Wright Jr., the transfer from West Virginia. Shows his poise and experience, what you expect there. 18-yard gain to convert the 3rd and long. On the move again. Goes back to his left and drops it off underneath. And the catch is made by one of those spots.
Talk to the coaches.
Happens to be in Georgia, Division II.
Yeah, but they're as excited about what he can do. So the combination of those 2 tight ends can really help this offense.
Benson. Stutter steps and plows forward.
There, let's see if they try to get it to the outside. He's lined up right now anyway over that on the right side.
Sneak. Travis fighting. 2nd, 3rd effort does get the first down at the 21. LSU, Wingo just trying to get lined up here. They're playing quickly. 10th play of this drive. Maybe wearing down this LSU defense.
Showing pressure to the left.
Looping throw for the end zone. Battle. Coleman. Touchdown. Went up and got the football over Major Burns. And that's where they're excited to have him arrive from East Lansing. What a play.
Well, I saw that blitz to the left. There's nobody there. There's 3 receivers, only 1 defender. But instead, he goes to the slot. Fade to the bigger receiver, Keon Coleman. And it works out. You can see his family's fired up. Major Burns has pretty good size. He's 6'2" himself. That's just saying, hey, my guy's better than yours. Hopefully he's okay. Looks like he may be cramping up. Our guy's better than yours. He's going to win this 50-50 ball, and he goes up and high points that ball for a touchdown. It's his 2nd tonight, the transfer from Michigan State.
And from 40 and 21. That's why he was one of the most coveted receivers out of the portal. And Travis, the minute this dude got on campus, he knew his reputation. But when he started to work with him, Kirk, he was, I got a weapon.
No doubt. See, he's pointing to it. He sees the pressure. There's really nobody on that other side, but instead he goes to the right and he just says, you know what, I got that cushion. I trust that Coleman's going to be able to make this play. Look at the offensive line, does a nice job off that blitz, giving him just enough time, and then he puts it up into the air where Coleman can have a chance to adjust back, even though it's underthrown a bit. It's a tough play for a safety, one-on-one against a receiver, even though, again, Major Burns, a leader, 2nd year in this defense. Heck of an effort there by Coleman.
You see the strength of Coleman. He's 215 pounds, 2-sport athlete was. And then he went up at Mike Norvell's house, like the day after he got there, it was a team gathering, and he's wearing jeans, and he throws down a windmill dunk. And they were like, whoa. Anderson.
Travis, after those miscues, bouncing back to deliver on that drive to be able to tie this game up. Shows you really what he's all about.
Yeah, he's been clutch on 3rd down tonight and precise with his throws. See what LSU does here. A minute to go. They've got 2 timeouts. They'll work the sideline. Neighbors couldn't their quarterback to operate the 2-minute drill. Long throw dropped out of the hands of Lacey.
Jason Taylor, the tight end. Here they are, just trying to get in the field goal range with a couple timeouts.
Almost not known as a long-range field goal kicker. His career long is 47. They got to go a ways. To attempt one. Blindside hit. The ball is loose. A scramble for it as Daniels got pounded by that man. Jared Verse, who was a nightmare a year ago in this game.
In this matchup, Will Campbell's a great player. Jared Verse last year went up against him, and he was a true freshman. Verse was a transfer, and here it is, that same matchup a year later. Keeps his hands off of him, uses that speed and that bend to be able to get there in the blind side of the quarterback. He is a stud.
He's mocking the break back, and I think they're going to rule this incomplete.
After review, the quarterback's hand was going forward before losing possession. It's an incomplete pass. It will be 3rd down and 10. Florida State will not be charged a timeout. 3rd down.
Yeah. You would think they would just kill the clock and go in 14-14 at half.
In any case, somebody better account for number 5 over there is on the right end.
Yeah, they moved the back over there to help Chip, maybe. Yeah, they're going to run the ball.
You just give it to Williams. He's got some space. He gets out and barrels way into Florida State territory. He's knocked out.
Still have a timeout. Depending on what happens here, you want to hold on to that timeout. Probably got a couple plays here to try to run a couple quick ones.
Kane is the back. Daniels, pocket collapsing. He escapes again and will be dragged down at about the 36. A little bit closer.
Playing man-to-man here, straight up. And that time they pass him off.
Neighbors comes across in motion. Daniels is looking to his left, delivers a long throw, and wide open is Brian Thomas. They lost him. Now he's down in the red zone with 17 seconds to go.
A shot.
Still have that timeout. Daniels from the pocket throws, and it's incomplete.
Try to take another shot. Let's see what the safety does at the snap of the ball.
A lot of trust in Cypress, isn't there? Against Neighbors one-on-one.
Got him again.
Daniels, he's looking that way, throws, but miscommunicate.
Yeah, this is what Daniels is concerned about. And if he gets that one-on-one, just put it up in the air into that corner. Give him a chance to run underneath it.
And do they flinch? No, Florida State spending a defensive timeout after getting...
I personally would go right back to him, and again, I'm going to circle it again, if this safety is not coming over to help out.
This time, Cypress backs off a little bit on 3rd and 10. Daniels does not want to take a sack here and just throws it away. Clock was ticking down. No problem. LSU.
Some things up. The question is, can they do that? Can they find a way to do that?
Again, it's a very experienced offensive line. They've had a hard time keeping Travis clean. The LSU pass rush was a factor. Let's go down to Holly.
No, Keon Coleman, who had a terrific first half but cramped up, left early. He came out of the locker room drinking Gatorade and eating a baggie full of pretzels. Got to get that salt in.
And the carbs. Yeah, thank you, Holly. Good stuff. And the play clock's down at 1. They do get the playoff. And Travis has a whole lot of time now, looking to create on the move, a whole lot of space, too. Instead decides to throw, and here comes a flag. Trying to come back to the football. There's Wilson there, and Deuce Chestnut, who had a good first half, guilty of the foul.
Yeah, underthrown, receiver working back.
Pass interference, number 22, defense. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It's LSU's first thing to do.
Jaheim Bell is in the backfield now along with Toafili. First time they've showed this formation. He's a lead blocker as they hammer it to Toafili and get 8 on that running.
Backfield, let him lead the way.
2-back look again. And they run it to the left. And that's a couple of successful plays with a wrinkle.
And instead of just throwing the ball, or Jordan Travis running around, making plays with his arms or his legs. And it's a big part of what they like to do.
And that's Benson back in the game. And 3rd consecutive run, and Benson to the left kind of runs down. It's Bell who comes in motion. Travis flips it underneath, and it's Keon Coleman with Bell as a blocker.
I mean, he could be a running back, a tight end, a receiver, or a blocker as he led that way and gave him a chance close to a first.
He's improved as a blocker, gotten more physical. That's not really what's made his reputation, but you got to do it all. Backward pass. Spahn looking to throw it. Is in deep trouble. Retreating. Now trying to create. Flips it over the middle. And the catch is made by Wilson. Wow. A lot happened there as Deuce Spahn, the receiver, looked like a scrambling quarterback on the play.
This is a great job here of improvising, and it's a heck of a job by the defense from LSU. You see this, they want to get that downfield. It's taken away. So now right there, I thought he was dead. Somehow he keeps this play alive. He gets away from Jones. I thought he might run it, but instead, how about the athletic ability on the run? Throws an absolute dot for a first down.
That could have been a disaster. It could have been a 15-yard loss. Instead, it's an 18-yard gain.
They score on this drive. Don't forget that play for highlights on SportsCenter. That was a great play.
You know, you're thinking, oh no, as a coach, when a receiver is running around with the ball in his hands. If receptions all have resulted in a first down tonight. Two-back look again.
This two-back look really helping their running game out on this drive.
Once again, it's Bell as a blocker, but nowhere to run. And makes it a 3rd and 13 for Travis now. Does he have some more? Third down magic. Wilson's in the slot to the right. He's been the third down target. They go to him again. This time he doesn't get quite it. Last year was the least accurate season that he had. It was 3 seasons at Florida State. This is his first attempt of this season from 33. And he knocks it through.
His legs, good compliment to what they do on the ground.
Picked up a fumbled snap and just ran it into the end zone.
He's a special athlete.
And trying to bring it out here is Aaron Anderson, who had trouble fielding a punt
last year. But he's really dangerous when he starts to be able to make plays with his feet.
He has been tonight. He's got the ball still, gets in space, just runs right by Jared Verse.
But he had room to run.
Chunk of 15 yards. Now looking to throw. Short route. Catch made by Neighbors in traffic, and he's going to pick up about 8. Neighbors not a huge factor in the first half. That's his 3rd catch tonight. Doesn't. 2nd and short. Let's see if they dial up a shot for him. Now it's a keeper. They flip it in the flat. Taylor's got it. He gets a block from Neighbors on the edge and runs with great determination. And now there's a flag on the tackle at the LSU bench by Cypress. Is it another personal foul on the Noles? And a couple of them in the first half in one possession. Verse was a little aggressive over there, and Norvell pointing to his head saying that wasn't a smart play.
I mean, he's hustling, trying to make a play. They pulled it off. But again, I love the play call. I just love to see Daniels. That was a triple option. I mean, that's basically he can hand it off, he can pull it, or he can throw it around the edge. Watch the outside collapse down right there. 44 takes it. They take him away from running, so then he can throw the football. You can't cover all 3 of those options. One of them's going to be open. Good, quick decisions there by Daniels.
3rd catch tonight for Taylor. Bradford picks his way for about 4 up the middle as they cross back into FSU territory. The whole night they've been on the move in Noles territory. It's just been about how efficient can they be when they get down there.
Yeah, 5 of 6 of their drives have ended up in the red zone. They punched in 2 touchdowns. There's been a few goal line stops and then the 1 field goal. So you're right, they have been moving the ball between the 20s pretty much at will.
Here comes the loudest tomahawk chop of the night as the Noles partisan crowd tries to make it tougher on this offense. Empty backfield, ball out quickly. Neighbors on the edge, but a very sure tackle is made right there by Jerry Jones. Not easy to corral him like that in space.
No, the only way you can is you react quickly before that ball's in the air. You recognize that they're lined up with 3 receivers. You got to get underneath the block of Mason Taylor, which he was able to do, but really good, quick reaction there.
Just grabbed that foot and would not let go. Becomes a 3rd and 6.
Got Neighbors down here at the bottom, away from the 3 receivers.
Daniels took a peek that way and now delivers across the middle, in and out of the hands of Kyron Lacey. Drops a play. Both offenses. Cypress was in coverage, and it's 4th down. Here comes the punt team.
Yeah, pretty good job here by Daniels, working all the way back. Puts it right on the money. You could not throw that any better. Worked from the play side, came all the way back.
Bramblett tries to pin them back. It's a very high punt, and Coleman comes up and makes the catch.
There to Neighbors. You can see him looking in. Opportunity there for LSU.
Rodney Hill be wrestled down. They still can
come to mind.
Different body type.
This time West Virginia transfer. Powerful. That time showing his quickness on that counter play.
Loss of 4. Travis against the 3-man rush at halftime and launches over the middle. Coleman goes up and makes a catch. A beautiful pitch and catch. He beat Chestnut out near midfield. He has made a monster impact in his first game in the Garnet and Gold.
That's his 4th completion over 20 yards, one-on-one. There's that matchup again against Chestnut. He's come up with a pick. This time a perfectly placed football by Travis out in front of Coleman to come up with that big game.
And they hand it off to Hill and bangs forward. I said, so when you go good on good in the scrimmages, could your DB, that's what Hill thought. Wait a second. I'm still up. Now Toafili is the back. Pitch it on the edge. And that time, nothing doing. Coleman caught the ball. They had sent a tight end. Toafili in motion. They hand it to him on 3rd and 3. And around. Lowers the shoulder. Travis as a runner is always a serious threat, but they're trying to draw him off. They're going to run the play. Flips it out, and wide open is Toafili with a convoy. Makes the cut, still going. Slung down at the 1, but a huge 4th down conversion puts him on the brink of claiming the lead.
Well, they brought everybody. Brought Greg Brooks. They had blitz here. This is the key right here. They bring the pressure to the outside. Toafili slips to the outside. There's nobody there to pick him up. And now you see a good effort downfield and a heck of a block by Johnny Wilson.
And now playing fast. Just walking in the end zone is Jordan Travis. So Norvell trusts his offense. Beautiful play drawn up. And FSU back on top.
And a lot happening there.
What a drive, 87 yards, Kirk, in 7 plays.
And there's Jordan Travis. Watch this read. Fields it from the backside, pulls that out of there, and ends up walking into the end zone. LSU selling out to try to get to Toafili before he can get the ball. Good job of Jordan Travis feeling and sensing that. Pulls the ball out of his arms, and keeps it himself for an easy touchdown.
That's the 3rd touchdown accounted for Travis tonight, who is climbing the FSU charts. She's going to threaten a lot of records before this season is done. Knowles back up a touch.
To this is a zone read. He's reading Perkins, but he feels Brooks on the backside. I know it's a 1-yard touchdown, but he's reading 4 to his right, and out of nowhere senses that collapse, the blitz from Brooks, and pulls it because of what was the blind side, and then it allowed him to walk into the end zone. He's supposed to be looking at him. He's looking play side and just kind of felt Brooks on that blitz.
Anderson up to receive the short kickoff. He'll be knocked down to the 20.
See him next week against Nebraska.
Daniels on third down. They pick up the late pressure. Neighbors on the long throw.
The arm strength of Jaden Daniels.
Knowles bring pressure again. Daniels cannot escape this time. Reaching up and grabbing him was Dennis Briggs.
Here, they're locking up, playing man-to-man, and when they do that, you got to get home to Daniels. If he gets out of there, he's going to have a lot of room to run. What an effort there to just hold on by Briggs.
You would appreciate the strength, folks, of what it took to do that. You're on the ground. I mean, Daniels is a powerful runner. He just wouldn't let him go. 4-yard loss. Hand it off inside. Flying downhill was Tatum Bethune. Again, third down has been a problem. 2 for 7. It's a tall order here. Final minute of the third quarter. And here comes a flag. Getting a little over-eager was Patrick Payton on the left side.
Offside. Number 11, defense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
It makes this third down a little less challenging now. They'll need 6. They pick up the pressure. Daniels gets it out. Mason Taylor makes.
He is dangerous.
Second sticking away. Will they get the playoff? They just do. Last play of the quarter. Daniels takes a downfield shot. Oh, and wide open was Brian Thomas. Had to wait for the football. Could not make the catch.
You just called your entire team together to start this fourth quarter. What was the message you delivered?
You know, you got 15 minutes, man. Go put everything we have on the line. You know, we got to make sure we're playing smart. I mean, guys are playing hard, playing with passion. We just got to make sure we're playing smart and not having any foolish penalties. Let's go finish this thing.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, he'll be thrilled. He looks up and sees Renardo Green makes the pick of Daniels and scoots down the sideline, sets up the Knowles at the 25.
Yeah, Neighbors just falls down here, and a good job of stepping up in front of that. Told you that battle would be going on all night long. Green wins this one. Neighbors slips, loses his footing. Ball just a little bit late out into the flat. I don't know if it's going to be a completion either way, but Green sees it all the way and comes up with that big turnover. I don't know how he avoided his knee touching the ground there, but somehow he did, I guess.
First interception Daniels has thrown tonight. You're going to check and see if his knee was down where he made the catch.
Just watching in real time, if it didn't touch, it came close. I was going to brag on him for being able to not touch somehow.
Well, don't not brag on it.
Yeah, I was like,
Replay's going to look at it.
I thought so.
Yeah, he's down.
We've got a knee down.
He moved back.
After review, the defender's knee was down with the ball at the 43-yard line. Forced down, Florida State.
Last possession. We're in the fourth quarter now, up 7. These drives get more and more important.
Drive recap brought to you by Camping World. And now the handoff to Benson, who busts loose. They're beginning to get a little traction with the running game. That was their best run tonight.
And again, he's having a hard time getting penetration with that two-back look in the backfield.
A wrinkle since halftime. They go with it again on this snap. Benson again. Runs through tackles. That's what he does. The first guy there rarely gets him down. To average more than 4.
Makai Wingo and that defensive front, but they have hung in there. See who wins this fourth quarter in the trenches.
There's a different look, but still a two-back set. From the pistol, with that blocker on the right side. Benson this time has to escape and will fight back and lose only about 3. Andre
Situations, and then see if you can dial it up to get pressure.
Knowles have been far more efficient than LSU tonight on third down. 7 for 12. They need 8. Travis taken off, has blockers, and Jordan Travis skips out of bounds inside the 30. Man, he's been
really
precise throwing the ball on third down. Now he picks up 13. When the quarterback can do 2 different things to move the sticks.
Tell you what, Mike Norvell calling a heck of a game here.
And they flip it to Coleman, who's running the crossing route. He makes a nice little cut and picks up a chunk before Savion Jones brings him down. Coleman, a great game.
The way Jordan Travis and his Florida State offense has got some momentum, and they figured out some things that are working. It's a big drive for the Tigers defense. They look tired.
Travis on the move again, scanning downfield and fires across the middle. And that's Johnny Wilson making another first down catch. First and goal, Knowles.
I can't figure Johnny Wilson out. He drops a couple easy ones, and we have an injury to Andre Sam, but drops a couple easy ones, and he makes the tough catches. It's a good job looking back, rolling out, eyes downfield, and then having a chance because of the accuracy of the ball to get down to protect himself, to be able to get that ball into his arms and lower his shoulder before Sam hits him. There's 14 on 14 right there. It's a big man that Sam had to hit.
Seminoles trying to extend this to a 2-touchdown lead. They have a first and goal at the 9. Toafili, nowhere to run outside, cuts it back inside. Looks like
a defense.
See what Norvell is thinking about here from the 7-yard line on second down. He's got a lot of options, that's for sure. Travis from the pocket, long looping throw, and that man again. Keon Coleman has a hat trick in his first game with Florida State. The ex-Spartan showing why he was so coveted out of the portal. Serious weapon in the red zone.
And a really good ball here by Travis. Recognizing the matchup. Coleman, 6'4", can go up in the air, being a basketball player. Really good instincts. Chestnut, who's had his hands full over there, the Syracuse transfer, 5'11", puts it up in the air and just lets Coleman adjust back to the ball. And an easy pitch and catch there for the touchdown for the Noles.
We said both teams had added to already strong rosters beautifully in the portal. Some people think that Norvell and Florida State played the portal game better than anybody. Maybe except for Coach Prime.
Yeah.
State grad.
Right. I was about to say. Well,
so Jordan Travis, 3 touchdown passes, all of them to his new buddy Keon Coleman. And Mike Norvell says that's what we expect from number 13. It's a 2-touchdown lead.
One back-to-back series, we wondered, boy, a couple throws are uncharacteristic, and he's certainly bounced back from that.
Yeah, very nearly threw a pick from his own 1-yard line. Yeah. Lucky to get away with it. Clayton will let it. Sounds like Doak Campbell Stadium at the moment. Dragged down is Bradford. Gilbert Edmond, one of those was
a combo block, but nobody there to be able to help out. Made it very easy for Edmond, eyes in the backfield, to come up with a tackle for a loss.
Bad time for miscommunication from the guys up front. 2nd and 15. Daniels flushed, and he'll be dragged down at the 11, going backwards. Joshua Farmer made the play. But going crazy here now.
DJ Lundy again. I tell you, this linebacker has been all over the field. Number 10 in the middle. Watch him move and flush Jaden Daniels. This whole game is about trying to keep Daniels in the pocket. And that time they're able to flush him with both to the left and then to the right.
Florida State defense and crowd can smell blood here. 3rd and 22. A whole new bunch of Seminoles came on. It was like a hockey line change for this pass rush down. Long throw. Catch by Thomas. He's got a long way to go. Get nowhere near the mark. Came in as underdogs in this game. Neither fan base was terribly confident their side was going to take care of business. Is that kind of even matchup going in? And the Noles faithful, loud and vocal. That punt was dangerous. Came close to bouncing into a Florida State.
It was 24-10 in the 4th quarter, and that ended up being just that 1-point game with a block extra point.
Again, the 2-back set that's been so effective getting the ground game going here in the 2nd half. And picking his way through is Benson and just powering for a 12-yard gain into LSU territory.
We talked at halftime when we came out. We said
about Jaheim Bell, so talented. He can do a lot with the football. as he did at South Carolina. He's been helping as a blocker tonight. Only one catch, but he's made an impact in the game in this two-back look. And now it was going to be a receiver, though he went
back with Keon, and they'll talk about the nuances, what they want to fix, what they want to change, and he will encourage him. This seems like it's just coming easy tonight, but I promise you, this has been months and months in the making of Jordan Travis and Keon Coleman putting in the work to have the chemistry.
That's a good point, Holly. Here's Travis on the move, and he flips it wide open. Bell makes an impact play as a receiver, and Florida State may have just stuck the dagger in LSU. We said he'd been a blocker, he'd been a decoy, but he's so capable of that kind of play. 44 yards.
Well, because of that, watch what they end up doing with him here. You'll see as the play rolls on. Watch him. He's actually showing like he's blocking, and then he ends up releasing. That's what affected the safeties. They just ignored him because he did a good job of kind of showing that stem block. They ignore him. He releases, and just right on cue, Chris, he comes up with a huge play.
Bell comes from Valdosta, Georgia, South Georgia, not very far from the Florida State campus. He is well aware of the Noles. Get a productive player at South Carolina. They had a good season last year. You wonder why transfer? Well, he wants to be a part of this offense. And Jordan Travis. And Jordan, he's feeling it, saying bye-bye to the LSU fans. Not over yet, but 7 minutes to go. 3-touchdown lead. 50 miles away in Cape Canaveral, SpaceX launching a rocket moments ago. And Florida State has just taken off after halftime. Like that rocket.
I think that might be Jordan Travis' Heisman campaign.
Oh, I like it. 24 unanswered for the Seminoles. Touchdown, field goal, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown on their last 5 drives. Clayton from inside the 5, hard hit, delivered.
These Noles fans have been desperate to get a team that they can get excited about. You saw the beginning of it last year and a continuation now this year.
Daniels just trying to desperately create a big play to make a dent in this lead. Neighbors makes the catch. It'll get even louder after this game. Expected to challenge and maybe unseat the Tigers. They'll meet in Death Valley. And
energy around the program. Some people, even his own fans, question if he was the right guy. He just kept making changes to the point that they are where they are now.
Daniels escapes and scoots for
a team coming off a 10-win season, playing LSU, and they're up 38-17. A lot of optimism right now.
Incomplete off the hands of Lacey, and
no doubt
in the second half.
That's the biggest difference is the depth that they have, and I think they're really physical at the point of attack.
Daniels is going to be dragged down after a short gain. Verse again was there just crushing the pocket.
Yeah, that's what's great about him is he doesn't always have to do it with speed. You know, he's got that move. He's got quickness to go around the edge and the bend. But that time he just used short power that time to push Will Campbell right into the quarterback.
Ball comes out quickly in the long throw and a catch to Brian Thomas, who's shoved out of bounds. But again, the clock will continue to run here. We'll get down near 5 minutes when they snap this 3rd and 9. Fourth down and 4. Daniels flips it across the middle. Catch made. No first down. Lacey stopped by Tatum Bethune, and the Noles get yet another turnover on downs, and that should do it.
What instincts there by Tatum Bethune. He and DJ Lundy have played incredibly well in the middle of this defense. He lets that receiver go by him, heads on his swivel. He sees that crosser underneath. And then that closing speed, Florida State fired up to know they've more likely just secured victory, getting the LSU offense off the field.
Defense has done a good job, and I credit Adam Fuller, the defensive coordinator for Florida State. Good job on 3rd down, and then the 4th down stops have been enormous here. That one just about turning out the lights on the Tigers. They like their linebackers. Kalen DeLoach, DJ Lundy made an early play. Bethune, Jerian Jones, Greedy Vance can come down from the nickel and contribute too. Hill on a delay, and they have finally worn down that LSU front. Steadily done so here in the second half. Goodyear providing aerial coverage above Camping World Stadium, celebrating the challenge of road games everywhere. Are you ready for the road? Goodyear, more driven. Southern Miss up next for the Seminoles. That's their only September home game at BC, followed by at the Clemson Tigers, the nemesis. They've beaten them 7 times in a row. It's on Harold Perkins, who's had a quiet night. I think he's capable of wrecking an opponent's offense. Didn't do so tonight.
And I think for LSU, I mean, it's the first game of the year. You take a risk when you play these kind of games. I think what's important is you have 11 games. You're going to learn from this loss. You're going to continue to improve. They have Grambling State coming up. They have Mississippi State. They have Arkansas. Those are their next 3 games. They got to go back to the film room. They thought they'd come into this game, they'd be able to win this game. And now you lose it, you readjust, recalibrate, learn from it, get a good football team, could still have a very, very special year.
That'll be the message. But with a 3-point halftime lead, just got completely out of hand. FSU more physical, just banging around, bullying LSU here in the second half.
How about Rodney Hill? And Rodney Hill comes in and says, guys, can I get in on the act? I know this, we're up 38-17. He's been sitting over there on the sideline, and he's like, I'm not just coming out here to kill the clock. I'm going to lower my shoulder, knock some people around. What a run.
Just ran over Major Burns.
Said, where did that come from? Wow.
He's been banged up in camp, but they believe he has a big future.
Oh my gosh, 29. Beautiful.
This is not just a victory. This is a statement by Florida State. It's a statement by the ACC. We'll end around now, just having a little fun as Deuce Spahn knocked out of bounds. In the game in Charlotte there, you watched North Carolina. They beat North Carolina in what looked like a pretty even matchup, and now Florida State is underdogs, laying it on another team from the SEC. Here's the Verbo rankings coming into the season. Nothing really happened to shake it up.
No, but I think if there's a theme over the first weekend, I think what Colorado did caught everybody's attention, obviously, and it should. And then I think what the ACC has done is, as a conference in those more high-profile games, North Carolina looked incredibly athletic and physical. We know about Drake May, but I think Mac Brown has a heck of a team in Chapel Hill.
Where do you rank the Buffaloes in your you rank them top 5 or you stick top 10 after the opening game? Hey, you got to give me a little fun.
You've had 20 years of misery.
Not 20 years of misery.
Dude,
they've had some decent teams.
2002 was your last team that was really good.
COVID year was there. Yeah, okay, if you want to really...
Come on, we're not getting that. I'm going back to 02. What was that back's name? Kevin... He was good back you guys had.
Chris Brown, you mean?
Yeah.
Chris Brown?
Chris Brown.
Yeah, okay.
That's 02. That's 20.
They ran over Nebraska, yeah.
And then Miami.
I don't acknowledge 20 years of misery. The last couple have been bad.
My gosh, Chris, it's been terrible. That's what makes you appreciate what Coach Prime's done that much more. 20 years, we haven't said Colorado on TV.
And in a good way.
No.
Travis weaving down. He's still running hard. Lowers the shoulder.
They want another one.
Down inside the 5. It's first and goal. Yeah, they're still hungry to tack on another touchdown.
They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just out there executing. I love this. Says a lot about a quarterback. The way he plays the game, doesn't it? I don't care what the score is. This guy's competing. I mean, he's lowering his shoulder. That's Patrick Mahomes style, right? Whatever it takes. Whether you got to be an athlete, use your speed and quickness, or you got to once in a while lower your shoulder and run right into the teeth of that defense to get that extra yard or two for the first. This kid is really special.
He's resilient. He's been a survivor. He got booed at home games early in his career. He volunteered to change positions. And around, banging into the end zone. And they tack on more. That's Jaheim Bell, who scores as a runner after the touchdown catch earlier. Hello.
And how about how he went into the end zone right over Zy Alexander, the corner, who just happened to accidentally get in the way. Just got trucked by the big tight end.
This will be with the PAT 31 unanswered after halftime. As I said, not just a W, a resounding statement. Florida State saying, we're back. We're the team to beat in the ACC. Easy, they got to prove it on the field. We're a playoff contender. That's only strengthened after this game.
And go back to the adjustments at halftime when they were trailing in this game. 17-14 at half. They came out, made some adjustments with that two-back look in the backfield, and it's been a different game from that point on. 100 yards rushing in the second half alone. There's 24 Alexander kind of getting in the way, and Bell sending that message. It's been that kind of night, that kind of second half for the Seminoles.
You're not supposed to go in against an LSU team and maul them physically. You're not supposed to face this team from Baton Rouge and just run over them. You don't see that happen. They've done that in the second half.
Good look there from the progressive pylon cam. There's going to be an energy and a buzz around this program. By the way, we've missed you. It's great to see Florida State and that the fans, the energy around this program, and after winning and beating number 5, it's going to be something we haven't seen in a long time. It's going to be up to Jordan Travis and the other leaders on his team to just stay grounded and continue to just play humble, physical brand of football that they're played tonight.
And they'll say, remember what happened last year. They beat LSU, very different kind of a game. Started out 4-0, lost 3 in a row, beginning with a loss to Clemson.
Finished with 6 straight.
That one get away. Then they rolled 6 straight. So it is just one game, but it's one really impressive game.
Sure is.
Yardage edge after halftime. 285-92, 285 yards offense against LSU and a half.
I got to film this because I haven't seen this in a long time.
Yeah. I'll shut up so you can get the audio because that's part of it. They are full voice here. There's a long throw, and the catch is made by Brian Thomas, who escapes. And LSU is going to break the scoring streak of 31-0 with their first points after halftime, a 75-yard play.
Well, you put some backup defensive backs in the football game. Jones there, just he's a true freshman, just gets out of position. And your LSU, you like to see that they at least keep fighting. Thomas is the guy that you thought coming into tonight, he and Jaden Daniels would get some one-on-one opportunities and a chance to make some big plays. And unfortunately for the Tigers, it comes very, very late in this game.
First touchdown pass tonight for Daniels. And one interception, sacked 4 times, harassed a lot. That just came about, in terms of clock time, about 20 minutes too late.
In this week and get him to realize there's still, such a long way to go. You still have such a great year. This is just a disappointing setback.
They got 2 kickers in there for the onside kick. They don't execute it very well as it's fielded.
Coach, and you got some older guys to remind people. Reminds me of some of the teams like Ed Reed with Miami. Like when you've been through that, it keeps you focused even though you're going to get a lot of attention. That's part of having a mature team that can help you.
It's a Seminoles smackdown here in Orlando. They still have never lost in this city. 11 wins and 2 ties. Jaden Daniels was effective in the first half. They couldn't get anything going in the second half. The defense could not get a stop at all against Travis. Ends up being a 21-point game with the late LSU touchdown. Mutual respect for these 2 fine quarterbacks. Let's hear from Jordan Travis now with Holly.
Well, Jordan, there's 2 minutes left in this game. You've got a big lead, and you're putting your shoulder down, trying to get into the end zone. Why do you care so much?
I love this football team more than anything in the world. mean, they put smiles on my face every single day I walk into the locker room. I'm so grateful for them. So grateful for these fans. So grateful for this coaching staff, this university for giving us everything. So I'll do whatever I have to do to help this team win. I said at the beginning of the year, and I'm going to do that.
Coming out of the second half, this offense was different. What changed to allow you to run the ball, get some chemistry with your wideouts?
I think we just had to get that first game nerves out of the way. I mean, I think that's all it was. Kudos to the coaching staff they came in with a great game plan in that second half. And the offensive line stepped up real big, and that's the main thing. It all comes down to the offensive line. They worked so hard, and I'm so grateful for them. So that was a great win, and I'm very thankful.
They were fantastic. Your chemistry with Keon Coleman, how has that developed to become what it was tonight?
He makes my job easy. We always say that. He's going to make my job easy. You see, I just steal the ball from the air, and he goes and makes a play. That kid works really hard, and he's a great person on assignment, a great teammate, and I'm so grateful to have him.
For a kid who's heard the boos, heard the cheers now, what does this Game 1 win over a team like LSU mean for you personally, Jordan?
It means a lot, but we're just getting started. That's the main thing. We're just getting started, and I can't wait to see where the season goes. We're going to take it game by game. We're going to enjoy it tonight, enjoy it tomorrow, and we're going to get back to work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to see you.